Hey guys! So we're gonna get started on our live video here in just a minute. See if anybody comes and joins us. Today on At Laura's Table, we are going to be making a creamy Tuscan chicken pasta, which is lovingly referred to as a creamy chicken pasta or white chicken pasta by my kids. It's a dish I made up some time ago and it is on repeat performance here often. Oh, I have somebody joining me. Hey guys. Oh, Allison, I love you. I just wish I could hug your neck. Oh, my friend, I hope you're staying safe. Take care of you. Love you. All right. Hi, baby. All right, so we're making a creamy Tuscan chicken pasta today. It's what my children love to call white chicken pasta. Very creative name there. It's just something I made up a long time ago that is on repeat here in our house. I'm glad you guys could join us here in my kitchen today on what is a beautiful day here in Knoxville. I closed the blinds so it didn't mess up our lighting so much. We're going to talk about our ingredients for just a minute. The main thing I wanted to tell you is a tip. I was talking to a friend of mine today about your sun-dried tomatoes. So I don't care if your sun-dried tomatoes are dry or if they're stored in oil, but if your sun-dried tomatoes are dry, one of the things I want you to do is I want you to heat some water in your coffee pot or with a instant hot water pot, which I have an instant hot water pot because I like to drink tea, and pour that hot water over those dry sun-dried tomatoes and let them sit in a bowl for say 10 minutes to reconstitute those sun-dried tomatoes. It'll take them from the texture of jerky to something supple and delicious and wonderful, and that way you can chew them when you want to go to eat them, which will make it much better. So today mine were actually packed in oil because I bought the giant jar at Costco, which I don't normally do, but hey, you know, it's really glad I did now because now we're stuck at home, so we'll be having a lot of this. And I did the same thing with the roasted red peppers, and when I looked at the jar, it said you must use them within 15 days of opening them, so those will be vacuum packed in my vacuum packer. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about is if you have a Costco and you shop there, look into that vacuum package of already pulled rotisserie chicken. It's a great way to get a meal on the table really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get started. I've got a pan heating here. I have water going. It's already boiling. Put a little bit of olive oil in your pan, and we're going to get our onions going here. Whoop, see, we're really cooking here. It's lively. I want to tilt you down so you can see what we're doing, okay? Keep going. My little assistant here is helping me so you can see where we're going. Just a little bit more. You see what we're doing here? So, I'm going to have to turn this down just a little bit. That's kind of hot. So I have one medium onion that I diced up. I'm going to turn that down. I don't want that to burn. Once I get these veggies going just a little bit, I'm going to drop my pasta. Once these onions start to soften up just a little bit, we are going to add our sun-dried tomatoes, our roasted red peppers, and our garlic. And when we do that, we're going to go ahead and add our spices because we're using dried spices and we want to wake those up. We don't want them to be all dried up and sad, lonely. So I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves. You're staying in. If you get out, you're wearing your mask. You're washing your hands. You're doing all those things to be careful. That you're feeding your belly good, tasty food. I know that you're not believing I'm using jarred Alfredo sauce, but if you buy a jar of anything, I want you to read the label. I'm going to read this one to you. It says water, cream, Parmesan cheese, cornstarch, egg yolk, white wine, butter, sugar, salt. See, I can pronounce everything in this jar. I want you to be able to pronounce everything in the jar of whatever you buy. If you can do that, then we can cheat on a weeknight, okay? It'll be fine. It's just food. So here are my roasted red peppers. I've already diced them up. Now, typically when I make this, I double or triple this recipe, but I didn't want to scare you guys to death with the amount of food I have to make around here. Those are my sun-dried tomatoes packed in oil. You can use the dry ones too, like we said. And I put that tip that I gave you guys, I'm going to put that on my recipe that you can print out on the blog. Now, we're going to add the garlic that I already minced up. I put on the recipe, you can use 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. That really is at your discretion. If you love it, load it up. We're looking for flavor here. Now, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Now this is dry. This is why we want to go ahead and add this in. We want to wake those spices up. If you have little people in your house, you can omit this red pepper flake. If they're going to whine and cry and carry on about the red pepper flake, leave it out. It's fine. This is food. It's not anything to get upset about. This is really to comfort you at the end of a long, hard day. So, stir this up. Now, we need to drop this pasta, but I'm going to salt this water. I want you to see how accurately I salt this. That's supposed to taste like the ocean. So make it taste like the ocean. Okay? Stir that around. And see, I have a ladle here, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. Once we get this pasta going, now my pasta says that it takes 10 minutes to cook. We're not going to cook it for 10 minutes because it's going in our sauce, and when it goes in our sauce, it's going to cook a little bit more. So I want to see who's joining us, so we can say hello. Hey, Peggy. Hi, Kimberly. You'll see my face, honey, when we get this flipped up. I was showing you how we were cooking the food. So in the pan, if you joined us a little late, our onions, garlic, roasted red peppers, sun-dried tomatoes. This is pre-cooked rotisserie chicken that you can buy at Costco. I don't care what kind of chicken you use. If you want to pluck chickens, you can pluck chickens. I don't like plucking chickens. It is a tedious, torturous job that I do not like. And I cubed this up with a knife because using forks to shred chicken is also one of those things that I don't care for. It makes my hands hurt, so it's just silly. All right, so this is 3 to 3.5 cups of cooked chicken. Again, we're cooking. You don't have to use exact measurements. I mean, I'm not an engineer, so I actually had to come up with measurements for this because I just kind of throw everything in the pool. This is kind of jump in and enjoy the ride at our house when I'm making dinner. So we want to get this chicken warmed up. See how that pan got quiet? That chicken needs to get hot. We're going to let that get hot while this pasta's cooking. So let's turn the timer on so we don't forget about it, okay? So as this chicken starts to warm up, we're going to add this Alfredo. And one of the things I didn't tell you about on my list of ingredients yesterday was fresh Parmesan cheese, okay? I want you to grate your own real Parmesan cheese. I don't want you putting any of that sawdusty mess in your food. Now you can get a pass during quarantine if that is all you have. But it tastes like paper because it's made out of paper. And this right here is the stuff that makes the birds sing. So you want about a half a cup. So just like we used in one of our other recipes recently, you need a microplane. You need one of these. It's linked in my blog from last week. Oh, the chicken piccata. It's linked in the chicken piccata recipe. And one of these braziers is linked in the chicken piccata recipe. You need one of these. They're wonderful. You can use them for everything. But you need to eat good cheese. Good cheese makes you happy. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, watch your knuckles on this microplane here. This is so good. And yes, I've taught you how to make cheese sauces, and yes, you can make your own Alfredo, but you know what, people? Sometimes we're tired, and we'd rather spend our time doing other things. So I'm going to stir this pasta a little bit. And I don't use this fusilli little squiggly rotini pasta very often, but I like this organic pasta from, it's imported from Italy that they have at Costco in those big 6-packs. So you kind of use whatever shape they give you. And it'll hold that sauce really nicely with all those little ridges around it. Now this is starting to get warm. Hear it sizzling? All right, now I want to show you how we get this sauce the right consistency, because it's going to come out here a glugging mess. But that's okay. It has real ingredients in it, which is good. That's what we were looking for. So, very carefully, take some pasta water. You want to put a ladle in your pan, and if you can do this without burning yourself, you can put pasta water in your jar, or you can walk over to your sink and put a little water in your jar. I don't want you to burn yourself. Okay? So my friend Allison was just like, no, don't tell somebody to put hot water in the jar. I know she just thought that. I know, I didn't do that, Allison. You didn't see that. Anyway, it's fine. I survived. I didn't burn myself. But you want at least 2 ladlefuls of pasta water in your sauce. See how that thinned that out and made that coat that so nicely? It's beautimous. All right, so give it a few turns of pepper. Not crazy, because we've already got a lot happening in here. But see how lovely and speckled it is with your spices that you got all woken up? Yummy. And it's starting to steam. Do you see it? All right, there's a big piece of chicken right there. I'm gonna get it. Have anybody new? I'm watching you, girl. All right, I'm gonna add some of this cheese because I don't want it in a big wad. Now you have to grind up some more of this so that you can put it on top and make it pretty in the end. But this just takes it over the top, people. And just so you know, I have to recreate this and do it all over again when we hang up here, because this will last about 2.5 seconds at my house, because like I said, when you got kids that eat like mine, this is just a drop in the bucket. But I know you don't all eat like my household eats. But look, it's pretty and colorful, and it has veggies in it. Let's see how this pasta's doing. Oh, see? That wasn't quite enough time. So we need to give this about 2 more minutes, okay? And then I'm gonna use this spider. You guys have one of these? I think this is for Chinese cooking, honestly. But it's a great way to dip this pasta out of this and dip it into my dish. I don't want that to burn, so I'm gonna turn it down. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, I see Miss Susan. I'm gonna post this on the blog All my recipes are on the blog in a printable form. If you guys love what I'm doing, it would be so helpful if you would go on the intrawebs out there and share it and tell people that you think I'm fabulous. Now, if you think it's awful, I'd rather you just like keep it to yourself. I mean, honestly, I won't tell them I think you're awful if you won't tell them you think I'm awful. But anyway, you know I'm kidding. I love you guys, and I'm praying that you all stay safe and healthy, and I'm so glad we get to have fun like this every day. You know, when we come together on our live videos. I was working on a cookie recipe for you guys the other day. The reason we're not doing it is because I wasn't happy with it. But when I get to where I'm happy with it, we'll do that too. Had a salted caramel drizzle. That part was good. The rest of it I wasn't too happy with. All right, I'm gonna check these noodles. Let's try this. You wanna watch me burn my mouth on TV? That'll be okay. All right. So, noodles in the sauce. You see that? So when your pasta's done cooking, you can drain it. But honestly, I'm about to drop some more pasta in that water here in a minute and do this all over again. And I don't want y'all to have to watch me boil water. I mean, seriously, y'all didn't join in on this to watch boiling water. That's so boring. You came to get a recipe and move along. Maybe hear me tell you I love you and all that business, but really, you want to know what to eat for dinner in the next couple of days, and that's about it. All right, so throw your pasta in, toss it around. And one of the things my kids really like is the fact that when I make a big, like double batch of this, is it's great left over, but I'm going to tell you how to reheat it. Oh gosh, that's hot. Anyway, put it in a dish to reheat, add a little bit of water, just dribble the tiniest little dribblings of water over it, and it will make it less gummy. It just needs a little moisture because your noodles are gonna soak up all that sauce. And see, my pan is already full. And so you have a pound of pasta. Here I have organic Italian pasta because I've created a bunch of pasta snobs over here. But that's okay. I'm gonna put some of this on a plate, serve it up, and see if my lovely assistant will taste test for me. I don't know if he will or not. Can you raise that camera up for me, boo? This is one of my Eli's favorite things. And he said, I'm gonna turn this off. Is that even high enough? I don't think they'll be able to see the top of your head. Yeah, I have children that are taller than me.
Then you can't see the food.
That's okay, I'm putting it on a plate, honey. Oh, he's gonna squat. Oh, we'll squat now. He's squatting, he'll be a little person like his mom. How about stand up? Stand up. Stand up what? See? All right, raise up the camera. They need to see how big and strong you are. It's funny though.
No.
Yes, it is. All right, there's the pasta. Here, hold that. Stand up like a human. Yep. See, friends, Eli's my taste tester today.
It's so hot.
It's so hot. This is what he hates about taste testing. It's actually hot.
Yeah, good though.
Oh, is it good? All right. So this is part of the reason I have to cook so much food. He doesn't keep up with it anymore, but he eats about between 3,000 and 4,000 calories a day. So anyway, guys, I love you. I thank you for joining me. I will get this posted on the blog hopefully this afternoon, and you can print these recipes out. And if you're looking for something like the microplane or the brazier, those will be linked on there. And if you live near a Kroger, this Alfredo is really good. It's their private selection. I don't get anything from any of this. I just wanted you to know because it has clean ingredients, and I don't tout a lot of like jarred sauces and things. It's just one of those things that Miss Allison said, hi, Eli. So anyway, I like to find a few things that make my life easy on those days that I'm really exhausted, but I still have to feed all my people. And so this makes it easier. If I can read it and pronounce it, and you have to understand, I'm from East Tennessee. I can't pronounce the things with letters that are all in the right order anyway. So we have to start with things that are easy, like milk and cheese and eggs. So anyway, I love you guys. I am so thankful for you, and I'm praying that you all stay healthy, but don't do something stupid like licking doorknobs or anything like that. So anyway, we'll do this again, and we'll keep on. Hi, Miss Margaret. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.